So here's what high performers do differently. They add distinct value. Now, when I say distinct, here's what I mean. They don't try to be all things to all people. They try to be great in certain situations, and they know who they're most likely to connect with. And they add value, meaning they're perceived as being very valuable. Let me describe what I mean by how they add value and fascinate people. Fascination is an intense focus. When you fascinate somebody, they're not distracted. They're not thinking about their cell phone. They're not thinking about their next meeting and what they should feed their kids for dinner. They're just thinking about you. And when you fascinate them, this is when you've gripped their full attention. And so because they're not thinking about anything else, they're not distracted and they don't feel doubt. When you look at the brain in a state of fascination, here's what it looks like. The brain opens up. It's almost like it's falling in love. The brain literally lights up in a state of relaxed happiness. And when neurologists look at a brain in a state of fascination and the brain in a state of falling in love, they look almost exactly the same, because what's happening in that moment is that you're connecting with somebody in a way that makes them attracted to you, that makes them want to be able to focus more on what you're saying. The word fascination is one of the oldest in written language. It's Latin. The word is thousands of years old. It means fascinare. The word fascinare means to bewitch or hold captive so that the listener is powerless to resist. Now, isn't that cool? When I was first studying this, I didn't start by studying fascination. I didn't set out to study the science of fascination. I set out to study why we pay attention to certain people, certain brands, certain conversations. And when I read this in an old journal, it was literally in a dusty journal. And when I read that piece about fascination is the same as witchcraft. It's a spell binding.